This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. Now Doug Marrone, with a play clock almost out, says let's take a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now the offensive penalty has us back where we started as they come up on a 1st and 10.
372.
Throwing on 1st down is Bortles. Caught. Safarian Jenkins, right side. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
Seeing that play and understand just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice gain right there on 1st down for them. Brings up a nice 2nd down for them.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. A first carry for Leonard Fournette. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
Here we go.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
All good. 372. Lucy. 372.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Open man right side is Shark. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
11B. 372. 372. Hey, 5-0.
Bortles going to throw. Shark's got it left side. A gain of 32 that time. Well, that didn't take very long. You mentioned You have to keep him under wraps. Avoid the big play is what you said, and here he makes one in the first quarter.
Yeah, you can't let this become a habit. Otherwise, you know what will happen? They'll flat out take over this game.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Bortles now on 1st down. And down he goes. A coverage sack. Took too long to get rid of it. Deion Jones in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Now they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. The pitch to Fournette. He was trying to turn the corner, but he will go nowhere. That'll go as a loss of 5. And it's going to be 3rd down and forever.
Count me as a little bit surprised by what we just saw there, because this has been a pretty long drive, and normally you think that wears down a defense. In this case, looked like the offensive line let them down a little bit.
Yeah, allowed the penetration and the ability to stuff them for a loss. On 3rd down, Fournette. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. They get 13, but it's not nearly enough, and it'll be 4th down. Relatively small sample size, but that's his longest run of the first quarter. Bounced it out to the outside to make it successful.
And to get there, you actually need some help. It's not just your pure speed getting to the corner, making sure that the blocking is taken care of inside so the pursuit doesn't get you. And oftentimes, those wide receivers, tight ends that might be flexed out, they've got to control the edge and make sure no one from the outside can spill the play before he gets there.
This fielded at the 2. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. And the offensive penalty has us back where we started as they come up on a 1st and 10. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Ryan. He completes it to Julio Jones. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
On second down, here's Ryan. Escaping the pressure right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's third. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. A fake to Freeman. Now it's Ryan. And finding the tight end Hooper. First time these two have hooked up this afternoon, and it's a first down.
That throw's not going to get them a whole lot, but that really didn't matter, did it? They got what they needed on that throw. Picked up the first down, and I'm going cliche here. Game of inches, partner.
Absolutely. And you talked to me a lot about opening drives, how key those are to set the tone. You kept the drive alive. 3rd down conversion here is big. On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. He goes underneath to Freeman. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. They go play action here on first down. Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on this first drive. Instead, second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Ryan. The left side completion to Jones. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tougher, guys trying to get to the football.
Third and 2, now Ryan. He's going to right, and this is taken in at the 5. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Tevin Coleman, 41 yards. And the Falcons have taken the early lead. And I think I saw that right. You tell me if I'm wrong. That was just a fly route, just a go. He went.
Sometimes speed, just pure speed, is going to win. I don't care how athletic you are on the other side of the ball. When a guy's that fast and he can just take off, if a quarterback has time to throw the ball and release it when he wants to, that's the end result. Nothing you could do about that. He was just a better athlete on that play.
Now here's Bryant to kick it away. Now D.D. Westbrook to return. And terrific field position here as they finally get him just shy of the midfield stripe. Well, off topic, but we'd be remiss if we didn't point out what else was happening Super Bowl weekend. The Madden 19 Club Championship, second major this season, 2 more to follow. And our winner, Pavin, representing the Oakland Raiders. He took down the Vikings, and your favorite, Charles, I.B. Strafen. He had to reach for the ibuprofen after a 38-24 beatdown in the final.
Well, you know if he was representing the Oakland Raiders, the Vikings went down, and they went down hard. That's how the Raiders do it.
How about Pavin, though, wins $100,000 for his efforts, also won Super Bowl tickets for the next day, unselfishly gave them to his father and his brother.
How about that? That's pretty cool. Congratulations, Pavin. Way to go.
Bortles now on first down. Over the middle, hauled in by Sharp. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Well, as this game continues to evolve in the NFL, you know how much coaches love run after catch, but you know what they love even more? Completion.
Yeah, just holding on to the ball.
Catch it, cover it, tuck it away. Whatever you get after that is almost gravy. That's how a lot of these receivers are being taught now.
Now Bortles going on top. Corey Grant, 30 yards. And the Jags are able to cash in for 6. Well, he wasn't the guy they were initially going for, but after going through the progressions, it worked.
When you have plenty of people who can catch the football, you don't always have to go to your primary target, and sometimes that target is actually covered. Nice job coming off of that and getting it to someone who was open.
And the man out of the backfield gets in for the score. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Before this next drive gets going, we need to discuss the Hall of Fame inductees. There will be 8 in the 2019 class. We got Champ Bailey, Tony Gonzalez, Ty Law. Who else am I forgetting in there?
Well, how about a big guy, a lineman, Kevin Mawai, who was absolutely terrific in his career. How about Ed Reed with the Baltimore Ravens and the great job he did in the secondary there. Pat Bowlen, Gil Brandt as contributors, the owner of the Broncos and the longtime scout with the Cowboys. And I love the senior committee bringing in Johnny Robinson, the safety with Kansas City.
Tony Gonzalez was a first ballot guy. And, of course, when I hear Ty Law's name, you think, wow, he started this great Patriots dynasty that we're still living in.
You're exactly right. And the Patriots, with all of their championships, probably underrepresented in the Hall of Fame.
A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
21. Left.
On first down, Ryan eluding the pressure right. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now second down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things.
20. Left. 21. Hey, let's go.
Second and 10 now, Ryan. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose a down on the grounding call.
Left. Ready. Right, 25. 22. Left. Hey. Let it go.
Here's Ryan. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. Now on 4th and inches, they're going to want to talk this over. We get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. It would be a very makeable field goal try from here, but instead they're going to go for it.
Got it.
They'll run for it. It's Freeman. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Devontae Freeman, 26 yards. And the Falcons are in for 6. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
Now here's Bryant to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Well, these Jacksonville Jaguars, as their offense comes back out here, you know, they had a hard fall from 2017. Now, there are falls and there are graceful falls. This was not a graceful fall. It was, wow, from the AFC Championship game to 5-11.
So you're saying it wasn't part of the ballroom dancing course that they might have taken, right? Where it's
negative.
very graceful in what they're getting done?
Negative.
I mean, they ended up going 5-11. Defense was still good, number 5 in the league, but the offense struggled all season long, finished number 27 in the league, and too many turnovers at key times for the defense to keep up. So look for this team to make a few moves, especially on the offensive side of the ball, and hopefully have a quieter offseason and quieter regular season in 2019.
On 1st and 10, here's Bortles. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Line of scrimmage moves from one 37-yard line to the other as they come up 1st and 10.
Lucy. Hank.
Bortles going to come up here on 1st and 10. And he's 8 for 8 now, throwing the ball to start the game.
Lucy. 372. Move.
Working from the gun, it's Bortles. Safarian Jenkins has it. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down.
11. Lucy.
Into the red zone, it's Bortles. And his throw here is incomplete.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Hank. 380. 11B.
Snap comes at 1, and it's Bortles. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored 1, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now, since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. And Lambeau will put this one through. And the lead is down to 1 now at 14-13. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. While we have a second here, let's peek back to the Super Bowl. The lowest scoring Super Bowl, Charles, in history, 13-3, and it took us 53 minutes to get our first touchdown of Super Bowl 53.
Can you believe they went into the half, 3-0 New England, Stephen Gostkowski with a field goal. Then they finally tie it up with Greg Zuerlein at the end of 3 quarters of the Rams knocking one through the post. The Patriots, the 3rd team to win the year after losing the Super Bowl, the first since the Dolphins in 1972.
And, of course, the big number now for New England, 6 titles, and they are tied with the Steelers for the most ever. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long.
21. 12. Ready. 280. Go. Wait. 22.
From the shotgun, Ryan. The throw to the left side, caught by Coleman. A really good pickup of 28 yards. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
So a 1st and 5 now after the 5-yard penalty from the neutral zone infraction.
Hey, let's go.
Off the play fake to Freeman. It's Ryan. Flush to his right. Now he's going to let it go deep. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. And give him a gain of 37. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Throwing now, Ryan on 1st down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Offensively, when you see cover 2, the thought has to go through the quarterback's head. Drive the football when making throws. It's not just the deep guys covering. It's the guys underneath you have to be careful of. Drive your throw. Otherwise, you see what results? Interceptions.
Green 80. Green 80. Check Mike 54.
So after the INT, it's Bortles. That one complete to D.D. Westbrook. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did.
So right, so right. Lucy.
Throwing on first down is Bortles. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 29. And he will score. Touchdown, Falcons. Short throw, pick six right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
Bryant tacks on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. With it on the return now, here's Westbrook. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
Lucy. 11B. So right.
Now Bortles to try again after the pick six. Caught, Safarian Jenkins, right side. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to one.
Now Bortles. And this is going to be incomplete.
That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way, a dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense, because when he's doing that kind of work, it really hurts you on the back end.
And even though it's an incompletion there, I think they're going back to that well.
So second down, still 10 yards to go, ball on the 43.
Hey, spread left. 372.
Bortles again here on second and 10. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really.
Now they face a third and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Bortles to throw once more. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half.
These two offenses have gone up and down the field so far in the first half. Finally, I say, here's a stop on third down.
And the Jaguars send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Hey, gun. Ready. 21. Wait. 11. Hey, let's go.
The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
I think they're ahead of schedule now after that run. They might be bold with this second down call after that type of a gain.
Gun. 280. Back 25. Gun. 11.
A fake to Freeman. Now it's Ryan. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And got his man complete. Past the 20. Touchdown, Falcons. Calvin Ridley in the final seconds of the first half. And the Falcons are able to show off their quick strike ability.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before.
Now a hit and a loose football, and the Falcons grab it. Here's Bryant for the extra point. Bryant's extra point up and good. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. So out come the Falcons now. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
39. 22. 12. Ready to go.
On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 6 yards on the pickup, and it'll bring up a second down. They go play action now. Ryan flushed out right. Now he's going to throw it back deep over the middle. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
The Falcons on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
Gun. 22. Ready. Blue 80. On.
Out of the gun, it's Ryan. Swings it out to the flat for Freeman. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it.
Ready. On.
They go play action with Ryan. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go into the lockers with that 2-3 deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
Hey, white. Hey, south. Gun. 39.
3rd and long. It's Ryan. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just one target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
Here's Matt Bosher now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. This is taken at the 15. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. Here comes the Jags offense now. Time for their first possession of half number 2. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance to turn that into points on the offensive end.
Can you imagine what the grease board looks like at the half? Because
tell me.
That's exactly what they printed up. Stop them on defense, get the ball back for our offense, and go downfield and score some points. Now, the last part remains to be seen, but they got the first part done very well.
Do people use grease boards, or you mean the magic marker boards?
Yeah, those two.
Spread left, spread left, spread left. Lucy, Lucy. 11B, 11B. Ship. Sunday, Sunday. 372. 54's Mike. 54's Mike. Hey, 50, 50. 50, 50. Hey. So right. 372.
Bortles will try again on second down. Incomplete over the middle, Safarian Jenkins. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there, a 22.
11B. Lucy.
On first down, Bortles. Left side complete, Safarian Jenkins. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Again, they'll throw with Bortles. Open man right side is Shark. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. He has a first down, and that catch will also put him over 100 yards receiving now on the afternoon.
Mike's 54. Guys, stay in situation. Let's go. Sunday. 11. Kill. Hank.
On first and 10, here's Bortles. He goes underneath for Yeldon. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. It's a 4-yard pickup, and it'll make it second down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Eluding the pressure right, and that's incomplete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
11.
Throwing his Bortles on third down. Open man is Westbrook, complete. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
Hank. Move.
Again, it's Bortles. And his throw is incomplete. Robert Alford that time on the great coverage.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
They'll go again from the 3 here on second and goal. Now Bortles again. And this is incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
So it's third and goal, and now the question, can this Falcon defense stand tall once more? Working from the gun, it's Bortles.
Oh, it's a touchdown if he holds on. Instead, it's 4th down.
We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Austin Safarian-Jenkins from 3 yards out. And the Jaguars make some inroads here on that deficit.
That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Ricardo Allen with a pick.
Well, as most teams do in their two-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted. And remember, if you pick it off, you get a chance to take it all the way back, get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case there. That's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field.
This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? I mean, they score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team. That their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Over the middle, that's caught by Ridley. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
22.
And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
They'll throw on first down with Ryan. And an alley to run. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable second and short.
On second down, Freeman. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
Not too many more ideal situations in 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
Back now in Jacksonville. It's the Falcons. They've got the football. They've got the lead as we get set to start the 4th.
Gun. Hey, gun. Ready, go. Ready, blue 80. Hey, express. Gun. Left. 21. 39. Hey. Ready, set.
Now Ryan on first down. He goes underneath to Freeman. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 4 yards on the pickup, and that'll make this a second down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Ryan. And an alley to run. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a third down. The offense on third down tonight, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They're looking at third in the nose of the football.
Left.
Now Ryan. It's caught. Jones. Ryan to Jones, the Falcon connection there for a first. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
And he's going to take this one down to the 25. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down fourth quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because Every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys, they're just saying, let's just keep running it out, and we've got them now.
And they've got another 1st and 10 as the penalty keeps this drive moving. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Tevin Coleman, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Falcons will add on to their lead. Bryant tacks on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now here's Bryant to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Jaguars offense now heads back onto the field. Bortles leads the Jags up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
11. Short left. Short left.
Shotgun now for Bortles. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Deion Jones in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
380. 372.
From the gun, it's Bortles. And this one is incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield.
Hey, 54, Ricky. Move. 73.
On 3rd and long, it's Bortles. It's complete to Graham. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22. So they're on that play. Offensively, they ran the crossing route. Defense was in zone coverage. So as a former DB, how tough is it to defend that?
It's really difficult because your natural inclination is to chase the receiver and maybe leave your zone. So you have to have discipline in order to talk to your other coverage guys and let him know that that receiver's crossing from your zone to the next zone. He's coming your way. Make sure you have him. And then when the ball is actually thrown, secure the tackle. When they're moving on crossing routes, if you miss a tackle, it usually results in a big play.
Throwing now is Bortles. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 1st down, Jacksonville. The passing game looking sharp on this drive for the Jags.
11. Hey, 54, Ricky. 11. Move.
Throwing on 1st down is Bortles. That's into the hands of Westbrook over the middle. And it's a fumble. And the Falcons say they have it. They do.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely.
20. Hey, South. Get up. Let's go.
They'll run with Freeman here to begin the drive. And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Hey, South.
Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this.
Hey, wait. 11. 12. Space. Left. 21. Let it go.
Now Ryan on second down. And he will find Ridley on the left side. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
Tuesday.
On third down, Devontae Freeman. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. Oh, look at this. Ryan's going to throw it. Flush to his right. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
2nd and 10. It's Ryan again. The left side completion to Jones. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down.
12. 21.
On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. It's caught over the middle. Hooper. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Gun. Right.
They go play action here on first down. The quick slant caught. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. With that, we sign off from Jacksonville.